Hey guys! So I just thought we'd do a little bit of a faction focus over these things. I'll go into a multiplayer battle to show you some of the things that I've taken from them. So here's the Parentina Guards, just a decent sword in the tray, you know, good place to keep the general, keep them safe. You've got a discipline tray, blah 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 blah, defense. Combs, kind of a mid-tier cow, good melee defense. As you do is because it's a Roman unit, they like every single last one, they're going to have 14 melee defense apart from this guy, that's 50, and then some of the spear units. They're beside me, sorry about that. Don't know why I rarely become over, I don't know why that happens. In particular, side to yeah, Combs, you know, keep the general safe. This one, more of a high tier sort cav unit, not the best. Got a lot of health there for a reasonably cheap cav unit. So you can keep the general safe in there. Tier spear units, this guy, the Limitani bodyguard, board guards. These guys are pretty good cheap spears. They've got expert charge defense, and obviously they've got bonus versus now they've got heavy spear, they're heavy spearing footprint, which could work in your favour because you'll have the mass against cav charge, and then with defensive test 2 they put your guys into that, gives your guys more of a 200% more entity mass, which means you're going to struggle to get hit by everything, and then obviously you get bonuses versus cav and stuff like that, which double that up with your spears. It's not here, so I may be probably a bit. You know, but you wouldn't want to charge these guys because they got expert charge defense. You'll want to keep charge defense because you won't really want to charge because they've got a really bad charge. So you're probably better off just keeping them still in defensive testudo to take the charge. Probably these guys come in. These guys, they're probably, I would take these guys instead because they're a quite a considerably better unit. They're more of a multitasker, better charge, better melee defense, better pretty much everything overall really. So they got good armor. You can look at these guys, good attendings, cavalry, as you do. And these guys are probably quite helpful, as you could think. The Western Auxiliary Palanquina. These guys, right. In comparison, they got more melee attack, better charge, quite a bit of better charge bonus, slightly more melee defense, more armor, more health, more morale. Yeah, that's a pretty good. Yeah, because it's only 50 talents more, but then use it to upgrade units. I don't know, you could upgrade them back with these guys, are probably better at that. There's the 4 dead tree spears. So these guys got lower melee attack, lower charge bonus, less melee defense, less armor, less health. Okay, these guys are worse than the Auxilia, but they've got javelins, so like, you know, the level Freeman from Rome to the MLG Freeman. So yeah, I've actually got a really good pistol. Oh, actually, it's actually really. These guys have much more ammunition, but still. So missile damage here, 90. It's pretty good, 90 missile damage. And then there's obviously the continuous anyway. So that's 200 more talents. I would say for these guys, I would take the Western Auxilia still, even though they got the quite good javelins. You need to, for these guys, probably use things like level 3 and go around the flank, fire javelins. These guys are probably better off at keeping cav at bay with their javelins, but they're quite expensive. You could probably just get one of the cheaper ones, 125, get most of the way to a Secretary or a Slinger. and then just keep it off with that, to be honest, because that's 75 more talents, and then you can get like Sigitari and Limitani border guards, and you get that, and you get a lot more ammo and stuff. These guys, so they're just elite spears. They got steady, so they got the ability, some of the general abilities. So you can just steady, so you lose a bit of that. Oh, that's pretty good. It's a bit challenging with discipline to do. Also, they got their own abilities, which is pretty damn good. They're probably the best spears by far. Well, not really by far, but still, it's pretty helpful. Over to melee infantry. This is the most important bit. Explorators, such cheap guys, 14 melee defense. Could probably use them to hold maybe, but I prefer these guys. Palantina, meh, slightly better. 100 more talents, yeah. Parentals, meh. These guys though, the protectors, if you compare these guys to, let's say, the Legio Commentator, they are exactly the same in every way. I believe. Yes, these guys have 7 more ammo. These guys have javelins, but they're only missile damage 80, and probably lower range and everything. So these guys are 100 talents cheaper. Yeah, in standard melee combat, they'll win against the Comitatenses, which is confusing to me. So these guys are a pretty good bargain, really. These guys are quite like the Amnagri Defensors, who have 40 melee attack, 40 melee defense, 14 melee damage, which is pretty good. How much of that is armor piercing? So quite low armor piercing. So you're better off bringing. So if you're fighting these guys, you probably want to bring high armor units because they'll struggle. Good melee defense. These guys are really good. I don't know why these guys are pretty good. They got the worst shields, so they're going to struggle more against skirmishers. Yeah, they don't have as much armor as well. There's the cohorts. So they've got 70 missile damage. I'd probably take these guys, probably. The Legio, we got 2 volleys. Much better. Comitatenses, we already played, we'd probably just take these guys. Elite Palantina. 62 melee attack, so these guys are more the elite. And then these guys, so they got a hell of a lot less melee attack. 10 more melee defense. Worse charge bonus. More melee defense. A hell of a lot more armor. So these guys are more of a low armor, big killing unit, basically. Yeah, a lot more armor on these guys. 135 health in comparison to 99. So yeah, 32, 33, 18. Okay, Scutari, Sagittari, just archers, the normal type. Ballistari, I prefer. I'm not sure about you guys, but the Ballistari, the normal ones, over the Ravenna Elite Ballistari. Because I feel like they do the same kind of damage. Because I was playing against, I played them in the multiplayer. And I took 5 versus, I think it was 5 versus the Elite ones, which, you know, is a lot cheaper. So, and I basically won because I had more guys and more shots, even though mine paid a lot less for my skirmisher. So these guys are a bit pricey. I'd prefer to take the normal Bastari, because you can just take so many of them. Yeah, so because these guys, I think they're more cost effective. So I'm not so sure about. I don't know about the Elite Bastari. They're just 150. Slingers, as you do in the slingers, levies, like in Rome 1, Rome 2. Mattiari. Really the javelins is like media kind of thing. Nothing too special in the javelin department. Melee cav, you've got these guys, these are pretty good. The Scola Palatine, they're pretty good. I use them in the battle. The equity, these guys I think I've got javelins, they're a bit alright. So all these guys have javelins, which is going to be pretty helpful. Apart from the skull palatine, which is just beast. Shot cav, quite like these cataphracts, because they're quite cheap and they've got very good shot. These guys have more armor. It's a medium shot, and nothing's a light shot now. So these guys are going to be better on the charge. I don't know why these guys are so expensive. They've got poor armor and poor missile block charge. So they've got a good charge for them. These guys are heavier, which means they're going to do more damage on the charge. There's obviously, and then there's obviously the artillery. So we'll just go straight into the replay, where I played against Western Roman Empire, and you can see he's got 4 of the elite thingy crossbowmen, and I've got 5, which is works out a hell of a lot cheaper. This is my lane here, he can go over there, so I have to run over there. So I used the front line of these guys protecting domestic. I'll just fast forward as this is happening. Ballistare. I got a line of 3 of the Armagri defensors. I got 3 units of the skull palatine and unit of combs for my general, cataphract, and 2 units of cataphracting. And then 5 units of the ballistare. Hopefully, I was unsure what was going to happen because he had absolutely no cavalry. So he has a huge front line of the Limitani border guards, probably to just keep me off, keep me away. This is probably his main line of Angry defensors with their good melee defense and stuff. But my guys have got pretty good armor, so they're going to struggle, I think. So here we get into a skirmish battle. This lasts quite a while, skirmish. I do a stupid mistake. I don't know at what point. But yeah, so I put my these guys into, because he tries to shoot my protestors, and it doesn't work out well because I just go into defensive instead. I don't know when it happens, but these guys, because they're all out there, I think they run out a bit more. And I'm concentrating up here, so I'm like over here, and I don't fully realise that when these guys, they're getting clobbered by yeah, they get clobbered by spears. I take them out. I don't know how long it was happening. As you can see, a big long skirmish battle. It's not working out well for him because I paid less for my ballistare. So literally, he's just wasting his time. I'm just getting one. Yeah, he just brings a spear. I don't realise, so he's just there fighting. So they just get a bunch of clobbering. I eventually realise. So they run out. That's a big loss. I lost quite a few bodies there. I routed those guys. So I basically won. So I've got these guys, these guys. This is the only real unit left, which is just getting clobbered by my skirmish, because I've got 3 units, and these guys are just pointless now because there's like barely any of them. So I just start wailing on this elite ballistare. Oh, it's not the Ravenna, so it's just the elite ones, but still works out. So it's still much cheaper than my ones. Grab that unit. To keep, then I start and move on to that one. Fully round that one, by one. So I've routed 2 of them so far. Then eventually he realises, oh yes, this is not going well for me. I need to start an infantry engagement. He outnumbers me in the infantry department, so we'll struggle there. I rout one of these guys because I realise that these skirmishers are never not doing much. They then rout, come back, and I'll just pepper them with javelins. I'll just go into normal now. So I do some counter charging. He overlaps me in areas, so here and here, but I've got these defensors to try and reduce the amount of damage they do. But they do get some back charges in. But these are Limitani body, they're spears, they're not going to be the best at charging. So yeah, they don't really do much. So the fights are starting out. I think my guys should be doing a counter back charge here, but then he counter charges with more Limitani bodyguards, and then more, and then switches out with that. I don't think I fully realised because I'm on the other side of the back row here. Because this is happening on the other side, so I don't fully realise that this Limitani bodyguard's coming up. I have damage quest, so yeah, I could charge with me. I don't know how long it takes me to realise. They're just sitting there getting stabbed by spears. Yeah, so over here they're trying to do that. Spear unit over here kind of oddly gone into combat. Yeah, that's not going to help it much. I just start firing back onto the skirmish again. This unit goes into that as it's trying to run after this unit, and then he tries to surround me. So I bring in this unit and some of the cavalry. I eventually realise that that kerfuffle over there is happening. Eventually. So that's kind of what's happening, is like the main bit in the middle there. I don't know whether there isn't any paint on it anymore. He's got his general back there. He could have done more damage if he just brought his general on, to be honest. So he brings his spears back into these guys. These guys don't have much ammo left. There's barely a point attacking these guys. They're not going to do much. They don't have much ammo anymore. And they're just there as the annual. So get some juicy back charges on these guys with counter brands. Yeah, these guys just get cruel back because there's so many other factions to take from now, they're just really lethal. There's my general. So I route that unit. So I routed 2 Ballistar border guards here. That spear unit's just sitting there, I don't know why, probably trying to keep up any back charges. On the other side, I believe, I'd start going around, start to get caught slightly by the spearmen here, but eventually I get off them. I don't know what happened there, just a misclick. So I charge into the Balistari here, stop the shooting, trying to run around because there's no point trying a back charge here because of the spear units here. Get a sweet back charge into the Balistari, into these guys here. Yeah, you see their number just plummet, you know, because he had no cavalry, he had no defense really against us. He brings his general in, his cavalry moves over here. As this is going, I bring my cavalry unit over here and counter-charge his general, even though I didn't charge him back, and still charged him unbraced, and he just takes a lot of damage from the charge. I then come in with a charge here. You can see how technical this is. Even these guys, they're melee now, so normally they're not as good, so they won't be as good at charging with counteracts, but it's still pretty good. I try and catch these spears here, catch them here. But then just go straight back into the back of these guys. My cavalry is just so helpful in winning here. I also, by this point, think of the general. So I kill that. These guys, they rout.
The battle is turning in our favour.
That unit routes. It's just by this point, the general's dead again, everybody's wavering. See? Even the great soldiers of Rome. Well, I am excited.
Their general is dead.
So these guys, they rout. That was the last unit. Oh yeah, this one last spear unit and that unit. Rout. And there we go, the battle's done. So you can see here I used my Balistari to good effect here against the elite Balistari, which put my opponent on the back foot. So I would suggest the Balistari. I'd also suggest these swordsmen, the Protectors, I think that's what they're called. So yeah, the Protectors, see, they were pretty good against these guys, minimizing any kills that they got. They got quite a few kills with their elite Balistari, but not enough, clearly. My cav units here got quite a lot of kills. 135 kills here, 117, 97, yeah, as you do. Yeah, that's what I would say. I would use these guys, the Protectors Dometsky. I would use these guys. I would use Armory Defensors. I would use them more as I would use them more like back charges and stuff as well. They're probably more helpful. I would use these guys maybe as like keep cavalry off. Maybe these guys. Probably always put the general and infantry the guards. That's my maybe try and use these cataphracti effectively, even though Western Roman Empire clearly don't have the best cavalry because there's so many more powerful ones here, like the Eastern Roman Empire, the Saxons. You're probably going to lose, but these cataphracti are pretty good. So hope you enjoyed that, guys, and remember to like if you enjoyed, and only if you did. Thank you. Goodbye.